energetic, joshful students preparing for the NSEP exam. Now, I know you have been working so hard, you're very confident for the exam because your hard work will pay off. You worked hard and then you were blessed with connection with Vedantu Olympiad School. So those two combinations definitely are going to make sure that you will crack that exam. Exam to crack ho jayega. But while we are at the last stage of preparations here, there are certain things that we learn, right? Time management skills, the mistakes to avoid, and the exam pattern. So if you look at the exam pattern, it's a mix of easy, medium, and difficult questions. Now, chances are very low that a student is able to complete all those questions. I mean, questions are really challenging. Not everybody would know all the concepts. So chances are that student is going to be able to solve part of that paper. Right, so easy, medium, difficult. So you really have to manage your time. कि भाई ऐसा ना हो कि difficult question में you're wasting or spending too much of time so that you don't have enough time to solve easy questions now. So you really have to master those time management skills. But along with those time management skills, one thing that also you should master is how to speed up your solutions for these questions. So see, there's a question in front of you. There are different ways you can solve it, and let's say you have two different choices to solve. One way you are spending 90 seconds, another method maybe 80 seconds or maybe 50 seconds, but let's say 80 seconds. You saved 10 seconds just now. The 10 seconds might sound like a very short duration of time, but think about, you keep saving these seconds and ultimately you have 2 extra minutes, and that 2 extra minutes at the end of the exam, they will mean a lot. So as a matter of fact, even 1 second saved is a lot. Every second saved is precious because you can use those seconds with some questions that might need extra time, extra attentiveness maybe, right? So today we'll see how you can speed up a few strategies. I mean, these are not shortcuts. These are actually strategies that students have been working with me. They have been using, and they really said, okay, sir, exam mein to bahut time bach gaya sir. This question was so difficult at the first look, but then I reread it and then I realized, oh, ye to 10 second wala question. So there are certain strategies you can use. So let's go through them. So my name is Bhavdeep Sethi and I have been converting physics haters into physics lovers. And I always say physics ko ratta maroge to physics bura मान जाएगी. Go out in nature, explore nature, play with nature. You will learn physics in a conceptual way. So physics को याद नहीं करना है यार, physics को समझना है. Now the exam is scheduled on 24th of November, that is Sunday at 8:30 a.m. कुछ weeks बचे हैं, so this is the last lap of your preparation, and let's get started with the strategy number one here. Eliminate obviously wrong options. Now when you have choices here, see, first of all, a big disclaimer, don't think ये question NSEP में आ जाएगा. अरे ये तो बहुत easy question है यार, obviously. The purpose of this is not to make you practice NSEP question. The purpose of this question right here is to show you how some choices are so obviously wrong that you can eliminate them. See, look at the question. A projectile is launched at an angle of 60 degrees with an initial velocity of 20 meters per second. Which statement is correct? Now, before I even start this numerical kind of thingy, maximum height and all that, some things are very obvious. Horizontal component of velocity is zero. How is that even possible? If you're launching something this way, that there will be a vector here. So I know straightforward that this choice doesn't make any sense. This is wrong. Eliminate that. Then the vertical component of velocity is constant. What are you even talking about? There is a gravitational acceleration out there. So no, the vertical velocity cannot be a constant. It is a deaccelerated motion when it goes up, accelerated motion when it comes down. So this choice is also eliminated. Now, looking at the fourth choice, the projectile moves with a variable acceleration throughout. It's acceleration due to gravity. I mean, if you're really saying कि 1 फुट के ऊपर गया तो g थोड़ा सा change हो गया, नहीं यार, those are not the precisions we work with. So projectile moves with a variable acceleration throughout. I don't agree to that. So the only choice left is there. You don't even have to calculate anything. Obviously, that is the right answer. If you do the calculation, v square, that is v. So let's do the calculation. So you'll say this component is So 20 times root 3 over 2. So that is the velocity there, this direction. Then you do the square and then use this 2 times 10. Yes, you will get 15, but the whole point is you don't even have to do that. You might save 2 seconds, 5 seconds here. Those are precious. So go for elimination. Maybe you're not able to eliminate all three, but maybe you're eliminating one or maybe two. And one thing is, if you're able to eliminate two and you have no clue about the question, let's say you come across a question which you have no clue about it, थोड़ा सा पता है, बस ज़्यादा पता ही नहीं है. And let's say you are able to eliminate A and D. Now you only have B and C as the choices. Here you can use the smart tukka strategy. It's a guesswork that you make, saying ये दोनों तो option है ही नहीं, इन दोनों में से ये वाला better लग रहा है, something like that. So you are better off with those guessing by elimination. So elimination strategy is a very scientific method of coming closer to the right answer. So do not ignore this strategy. The next one on my list is use approximations or estimations. So look at this question. I mean, a satellite is orbiting the Earth at a height of 400 kilometers above the Earth's surface. Estimate the orbital speed. Now, the good part about this question is these numbers are way off. As in ऐसा नहीं है कि 8000 है, 8122 है, 7933 है, फिर नहीं होगा. But if there's a big difference in these choices, go for estimations. I will repeat what I said. If these choices were very close to each other, you cannot do the guesswork. Then you have to go for the precise calculation over there. But अगर इतना difference है 6000, 8000, 10,000, 12,000, then guesswork will help. See, let's how do we do that? Not guesswork, but approximation, I would say. So satellite speed would be square root of gm by the height. You know, height would be radius plus this height. Now, what is this? This is 6 point. Let me rewrite that in a more legible way. So this is square root of 6.67 times 10 to the power negative 11 times the mass of the earth, roughly 6 times 10 to the power 24. Roughly, rough approximation. I'm not going for 5.993. नहीं यार, क्या बात कर रहे हो? All I need is very rough approximation here, divided by r plus h. So 6400 is the radius of the earth, and 400 more. So that is 6800. 6800 kilometers. So convert that to meter. That comes out to be 6.8 times 10 to the power 6. Now at first look, it looks like अभी तो कैलकुलेटर चाहिए, कैसे करूं, क्यों चाहिए यार? ये वन है, दोनों आपस में बराबर है यार. Estimation 6.67, 6.8. I don't see any difference between those two. Just cross that out. Just cross this out. This is crossed out with this. Now this 6 will make this 18. 18 minus 11 gives me 7. 7, yes. So what I'm left with so far is square root of 6 times 10 to the power 7. Now अब क्या करें, कैलकुलेटर चाहिए, अरे अभी भी नहीं चाहिए. 6 to the power 7 है, that's an odd number, make it even. 6 to the power 6 बाहर आ जाएगा स्क्वायर रूट के, अंदर 60 बचेगा. So this is 60 times 10 to the power 6. 10 to the power 6 बाहर आके 10 to the power 3 बन गया. 60 49 का स्क्वायर रूट 7 होता है, 64 का 8 होता है, it is 7 point something times 1000, it is 7000 something. And there is your answer. I was explaining, so I took lot of seconds, but honestly, you should not be spending more than 20 to 25 seconds in this kind of estimation. And again, a piece of disclaimer here, this is not the level of questions you will expect in NSEP. Obviously, this is too basic. But who knows? I mean, sometimes in NSEP, they give this kind of straightforward question. And the trap there is you're going to be, okay, calculate karo, calculate karo. Nahi, yaar, just estimations. When these, so again, when will this strategy work? When the numbers, the choices are far, you know, there's a big difference between those choices. अगर ये 6000 होता, 6592 होता, ऐसे होता तो नहीं चलेगा यार. The next one is breaking down a complex question. So look at this. I mean, looks like, okay, a rocket moves vertically upwards with an initial velocity of v naught. When it is launched from the ground, so it is launched at v naught velocity. At a certain height h, it explodes into two equal masses. One mass comes to rest while the other continues to move upwards. Find the maximum height reached by the moving piece. I mean, kya kare? Break down this question. And again, disclaimer here, this is not the question that will be in NSEP. NSEP will be more complicated. But even if this comes or more complicated comes, try to break it. How do you break it? You break it. You make it, okay, this is my rocket. It is going with a velocity of V naught. Initial stage. Now nothing is happening. It's going smoothly. At some point, they're saying it breaks. So then you don't care about all that intermediary portions. Break it into the second part. You say, okay, this rocket breaks into two pieces. So if this was mass m, first of all, you identify at a height of h what will be its velocity. V square minus u square is equal to 2as. That is going to give you this velocity. Let's call that velocity at height, v of h. You can find it, v of h square, right? So v square minus u square is 2as. You can find v of h as a function of v naught. We have that. Then when it breaks, what happens? Nothing, no force is acting. It's all breaking because of its internal explosion. No external force means law of conservation of momentum. So ये पूरा मास अगर m था, वेलोसिटी vh था, तो जब ब्रेक हो जाएगा, so you can apply conservation of momentum and say, अरे रुको रुको, ये तो स्टॉप हो गया, तो 2vh से ऊपर जाएगा ना. Immediately you do that. There was a mass m moving with v of h. Now it breaks. This one comes to station a halt. Now this one will have double the speed. Now with this speed, you third part of the journey, where will it come to rest? You again apply v square minus u square is 2as, where the final velocity is 0, initial velocity is this, is 2 gravity times h, where this is the height here. You know this in terms of this, you will be able to find this, plus this is your final height. So I'm not solving this question. It's not about solving this question. This is so easy for you. But my point is, when you have a big lengthy question like this, break it into fragments, break down the question, and each part will be so easy. Now, the next one on my list is the dimensional analysis. This, I am a very big fan of this. When you're looking at those options, chances are high that one or two options there don't even dimensionally make sense. They're talking about finding the force, and dimensional analysis of that is, let's say, angular momentum or linear momentum or of speed. It doesn't even make sense. So dimensional analysis is going to help you a lot in eliminating those choices. Do not underestimate the power of this. This is the first chapter in 11th grade book, and unfortunately most of the schools say, अरे ये तो छोड़ो, इस chapter को छोड़ो, because इसका क्या use है life में? इसका बहुत use है. Dimensional analysis is really so powerful. It will save a lot of time in your exam. I strongly recommend brush up your skills on dimensional analysis. Similarly, look for some keywords in the question. When you read the question, certain keywords will tell you कि यार ये choice हो ही नहीं सकती. If they are talking about maximum value, it is not even possible कि choice number C can be maximum. और similarly minimum पूछा ही, minimum हो ही नहीं सकता यार. या उन्होंने कुछ ऐसी वैल्यू पूछी जो नेगेटिव हो ही नहीं सकती है, नेगेटिव आंसर दिया है. लुक फॉर द कीवर्ड्स इन द क्वेश्चन. दैट इज गोइंग टू सेव लॉट ऑफ टाइम, बिकॉज यू आर गोइंग टू बी एबल टू आइडेंटिफाई द answer right away without calculation. You can eliminate certain choices. So again, let's go back through this. So the first one here was eliminate the obviously wrong choices. Second one on the list was use approximations. This will work when the choices are है ना different, काफी difference है उसमें. If they are very close together in numerical value, you cannot use this. You can only use it when they are very far off. Third strategy I was talking about is breaking down into tiny pieces. The situation may be very complicated, but you can break it out into pieces, and each of those pieces are going to be so simple that you will be amazed by that. The next one, my favorite, is dimensional analysis. This works wonders. This is really a big time saver. This is an effort saver. It is going to make sure that the errors do not happen. I am a big fan of dimensional analysis. And the last one on my list is identifying the keywords in the question. Those keywords will either tell you कि यार ये B answer दिख रहा है, or they will say B answer हो ही नहीं सकता. So do not underestimate of the power of keywords. Now, if you're looking for more practice at the last stage, I am launching, and I have spoken about this earlier also because many students came to me, sir, past year ke high level PYQs kara do. So we are starting on 4th of November, Diwali ke next week se Achievers batch. What we are going to do in this is we are going to solve the high level PYQs of NSEP, Indian Physics Olympiad, and a few international physics Olympiads also, and also other countries Olympiads also. So this is starting on 4th of November, which is Monday, and Monday through Friday, every day class हुआ करेगी 15 classes because there are 3 weeks. So classes are 1.5 hours each, 6 to 7:30. After every class, you get an assignment. On Sundays, you do test, and on 23rd, that is the Saturday, you go for the full test. फिर 24th को फोड़ देंगे एनएससीपी है ना. The price is very low because I want more students to benefit, but because the price is so low, it's selling very fast. So a lot of students have already enrolled and there are limited seats. I cannot take beyond a certain number because if I take a lot of students, I will not be able to do justice to you, and I want to focus on each one of you. So the very limited seats, they are going away. So if you apply the coupon BS Pro 1, you get 10% off. So get for 1999. Link is below there. If you're looking for a long-term batch, like you're giving the NSCP this year, but you're thinking, okay, ये तो semi-final है, final अगले साल दूंगा. So we have a long-term batch, which is Physics Mastery 2025. The batch already started. So there were 5 modules. Each module is 2,500 rupees, but the modules that are already gone, we'll give you the recordings of those. You can join midway also. That's fine. As long as you have the Josh, you can join. And you only pay for the modules that are not covered. Previous वाले recordings free. और एक सीक्रेट ये भी है कि इसमें भी कूपन चल जाता है, लिखा नहीं है पे BS Pro 1 से यहाँ भी डिस्काउंट मिलेगा. These are the modules, and what is the prerequisite? Obviously जोश, एनर्जी, willingness to learn. ट्रिग्नोमेट्री नहीं आती, आ जाओ कोई बात नहीं. कैलकुलस नहीं आता, आ जाओ कोई बात नहीं. तुम सीखने वाले बनो, मैं सिखाऊंगा. एज लॉन्ग एज दीज आर द थिंग्स दैट यू ऑलरेडी ओ, है ना. अगर जोश है, आ जाओ यार. So a lot of students have been benefiting from Vedantu Olympiad School, getting medals here international level pay, and with the energy that you have, you will do it. So keep up the high Josh, students. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.